Hello. Obviously, just like to come out before a back-to-back, before this long stretch of 5 home games and all of that in such a condensed period, how nice was it to have a game that you guys kind of lead from start to finish and you get a chance to rest some people and just like get a few different looks?
Yeah, it kind of worked out really nice. And I think when we do get rest, like I said, we had 2 to 3 days people had off. And so I think when there's a time where you can recover, both mentally and physically, then you could execute game plans. But when they're so tired, that's when it becomes a little bit of a struggle. And so I think you saw us connected, really. We were communicating, I think, on a very high level defensively. And I thought every point guard from V to Carla to Caitlin, they did a hell of a job just organizing because, again, they shifted to zone, then they shifted back to man. So just credit to our point guards just keeping us organized, just with different defensive coverages. So it was really good. Overall effort and overall recovered. Yeah.
Second straight night where Kyla Charles ties her career high. What is it about her game that could connect different lineups? You used her in a bunch of different roles tonight. What about her game kind of connects different lineups together?
I mean, I think with Kyla, she just brings a certain type of energy that doesn't, to me, she doesn't get tired. It's like she's instant energy, and her adrenaline just keeps going. Because I looked at her, I'm like, "You good?" She, "Yep." And she was already in for, I think, the whole quarter in the first. And so, I was like, "Do you need a sip?" And she's like, "Nope." And so having someone with that type of condition, that's really good, especially, we matched her up with Sony. Again, a high-level elite scorer in this league. That's not an easy cover. So, again, just credit to Kyla, but it was complete team. You could tell we were connected. You can tell we were communicating. You could tell we were shifted. So, again, I know Kyla's probably going to say it's a team effort, but with someone with that much energy and that communication, and she was calling, pick and rolls, pin downs, she was calling every coverage, we're really lucky, that, again, we're really lucky she was available. Yeah.
Natalie, I know you stress defense all the time, and you created a lot of offense and high energy offense off of defensive plays, and 19 turnovers for 19 points off turnovers.
Yeah.
How much did you like, how the women just kept pressing and getting in the passing lanes and doing the little things?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kind of pressing in terms of when they're recovered. You see fresh legs, you see, the communication at a high level, you see high hands, you see active just bodies. And so it's really nice to see that and to see obviously translate to the offense. Because obviously if we can just not run a half-court set and we can run into the flow, that's easy shots for us, and those are quality looks. But I think also you just have to be prepared just in case if they do go zone. So them going zone, we communicated about what we wanted to run. Because they did that the last game, and so we just made sure we were prepared for that. And again, credit to the point guards because we didn't practice it as much, and they were just able to pick it apart. So I love the fact that we can go zone or man and attack it.
And Carla just came in here and said, no pain in that ankle, so I'm sure that puts a smile on your face.
She's young. She recovers really well.
She contributed a lot.
Yeah, she's young. That's those young bodies where the recovery comes a little bit faster, and, she has a high pain tolerance, so it's hard to, even say, are you in pain? And she'll always just say, no pain, no pain. And I'm like, gotta be somewhat pain, but no, she's tough. She's a fighter. Yeah.
Hi, Coach. With Veronica in particular, she's taken a big load over the past few weeks, all season, of course. But being able to rest her in that second half, how big is that for you, and especially given kind of the condensed week coming up?
Yeah, I mean, just credit to her for coming out so hard, right? We wouldn't even have that lead if she didn't play the way she did. So she came out swinging, I thought, attacked the gaps as much as she could, attacked some matchups that she liked, and then just orchestrating again, whatever she wanted offensively. So just great on her part. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do that if she didn't play that well. So it's just all credit to how she played and how her teammates kind of, orchestrated around her. And then defensively, we were on a string tonight. We were communicating. We had each other's backs. We were switching sometimes where we normally didn't switch. So it was really cool to see us just kind of, again, just being super connected. And I think tonight was probably one of our best defensive games, which is really great to say at this point, of the season. Yeah.
Hey, Natalie. Two questions here. Who had the scout, for the assistant coaches, who had the scout tonight?
Sydney Dobner.
Sydney. So I also wanted to ask, earlier this week you talked about like your coaching staff and all your assistant coaches doing the scouting and everything. What's made them so effective at like scouting these teams? Because tonight was like a great scout.
They're brilliant. My staff, Kasib, Landon, Sugar, Sydney. I got 2 Sydneys, Sydney Dobner and Sydney Parsons, Daisy, Boki. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. They're very passionate about the game. And so when you have people that really care about their scout and take pride in it and dig deep into the tendencies that we're looking for in order to beat these teams. I mean, again, these are must-win. Tomorrow is a must-win game. I love the fact that they take so much pride and effort into it. And it's not even about that, too. It's the clarity that they are doing when they give the scout. So, like, our players are never walking away like, wait, what are we doing tonight? What is our coverage? What are we doing, like, on Austin or Sony, like the elite players? Like, what is the coverage? No, they are on top of it. And I think that's what's making us kind of be really locked in at this point of time, you know, because we were all new. I didn't know any of these guys, and I didn't know any of the players other than, you know, Kate and Tip. And so I think for us to collaborate at this pace is pretty impressive. And so credit to my staff. Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, the last 2 times you played Washington at their place, you guys had a big lead and you gave it up sort of late in the game. And I'm wondering, at halftime today, what did you say or what did you make sure to instigate, or not instigate, but just make sure were the important points so that that didn't happen again in the second half tonight?
I said we got to make sure to defend without fouling, because the way teams can get back into the game is, number one, if we foul them, we send them to the free throw line. So then we're just stopping. We don't get to push the ball like, you know, she said about getting defensive stops and pushing the ball. So we can't defend, we can't foul, and then we have to take care of the ball. And then I also said, God, I'm having a brain fart. Sorry. We can't give them second chance points. So it was key that we won the rebounding battle because, again, when you have a lead, you want to eliminate their possessions, and I thought we did a great job, especially with defending without fouling. That was key. You just don't want to work hard, and then boom, you send them to the free throw line, because all then is this opponent is just getting momentum, right? They get to stop. Then they get to execute the down the other way. And so it was just, yeah, it was key. But you got to communicate, too, so you don't foul. Yeah. Last one. Yep.
Hi, my name is Raina. I'm a student journalist at UC Berkeley.
Hello.
Just given how large the crowds are and how contagious the energy is, what's a moment that kind of stands out and illustrates how the Bay Area has embraced the Valkyries?
With how loud they are? Or
just their energy in general and the kind of the culture around the crowd.
I think it's exciting, the fact that our players really look forward to playing at home. You know, obviously it's different when they're cheering against you and for you. And so you could see, like, the way even, I think our warm-ups, our pregame, is one of the most unique shows I usually tend to just kind of look down and I stay focused on what I want to run and what I want to say. But when I look up sometimes, I mean, it's like a damn near movie going up there. It's like, what do you call those movies now? The type of movie now that it looks like? Live action? 40X? No. No. IMAX. No. You know how, like, it's this cool new, like, the imagery of the video is kind of like, it's animated. No.
It's like those super big screens where it's like you got like a whole like fan section, and it's like you can be like courtside 1 second, and then it's like you're up in the booth.
No. You know how, like, okay, it's like a Valkyrie. It's these type of, like, characteristics. Oh gosh. It's an immersive experience. But sometimes, like, my friends would say, like, oh my gosh, this really feels like a movie. It feels like a show. It feels like we're being super intentional on how our fans are going to experience any game or each game. So that's all I'm just trying to say is, like, when my friends came the first game, they were just like, that was the best entertainment I've ever had in a game. And I think that's, again, it's credit to Jess Smith and her team. Like, we put on a show here, not just basketball, but we are super intentional. Violet is very intentional on her dance moves and how she interacts with the crowd. And so, no, I think it's just more credit to Jess Smith on what she's brought. And she doesn't hold back, and she's going to keep going and keep fighting and keep pushing. So I just can't wait for, even our next game, I can't wait for it. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to figure out that word.